Your body is amazing, and your health is as unique to you as your fingerprints are. So, many times we talk about what good health is and the right things to eat, the right things to do, the way to exercise. But as much as our hands all look similar, we also all have a very unique fingerprint, and none of us are the same. So it's the same with your health. What could be the best thing for one person to do is not the best thing for another person to do. So at Life's Grand Health Coaching, we look for what is your unique health and what does that mean to you, and we work on that together. So we focus on four main areas, and that is food, mood, movement, and sleep. And those are the four things we talk about over and over and we really work through. So while good health may mean for some people numbers that are great on a blood test, and that's a good thing if you're looking to decrease your cholesterol, get your blood sugar down, those are good. For some people, it's the absence of disease. Hey, I feel great. I don't have anything wrong. I think things are going great. That's good health. Some people, they want to look good in a mirror. When I look good in a swimsuit for the summer, then I feel like I'm healthy. And some people, it's just feeling good. I just want to have vitality in my day. I want to have energy and not be so exhausted at the end of the day. So it means different things for different people. But at the end of the day, we're going to talk about those four areas: food, mood, movement, and sleep, and how they can improve and make your health the best it can be. So first off is food. So nutrition, what are we fueling our bodies with? This one comes up almost, 100% of the time when people think about health. What kind of diet they want to partake of, what kind of supplements they want to take. So it's about so much more than calories. So think through how you think of food. For some people, it's a huge area of frustration. I just want to eat what I like. For some people, they like to track and keep count of calories or macros. We will talk about almost every possible way that you can look at food through the course of months in Life's Grand Health Coaching. So it's 100% about more than calories. Calories do matter. If you're overeating, it does matter. But what kind of nutrition you're putting in your body is big too. So within food, we talk about recipes, meal plans. What is good nutrition? We talk a lot. We'll have sessions on macros. We'll have sessions on ways to track. We'll have sessions on ways that you don't have to track if you're someone who really doesn't want to have to track what you're eating. And then hydration, supplements, all those things go into the food category. So the first thing is food, and we do discuss food and nutrition a lot. Second is mood, and this is probably, I think, the biggest area in health, because you are sometimes what you think. So this is a really big one, and gracious, God made us complicated. And sometimes we feel like health can be simple, but our brain makes it pretty complicated. So fascinated with a million systems that we have in place to help us survive. So just like you don't have to tell your heart to beat, you don't have to make that conscious effort. Your body knows how to do that. You also don't have to tell your body how to maybe pick up on negative things that will protect you. Your brain is built to help you survive. It's not built to help you feel loved. It's not built to make you feel happy. Your brain is built to keep you alive. And you have to realize that and think through that, because there are days when you pick up on the negative, because your brain is meant to do that to protect you. I love telling the old, the fight or flight stories with the tiger. We don't have tigers chasing us anymore, thank goodness. But I'm going to tell you the stress of a presentation at work, or knowing that your teenage kid is going through something that you can't fix. The stress of that, your body reacts to like a tiger chasing you. So you're made to survive these things, but you have to learn to harness that and know that we're not stuck in a negative. Your brain gets that way because it knows how to protect you. It's great when you pick up on positive things, but your brain goes, hey, that's great. I'm here to protect you and keep you alive. And if you get stuck in that negative loop, that can be a problem. And it can be a problem for several reasons. Number one, it makes you less happy. And it's not something that you can do without. You need those mechanisms to survive. But if you don't learn how to control those and enjoy the positive and learn how to have gratitude, you get stuck in that negative loop. And it not only makes you less happy, there are chemical factors. If you constantly have high cortisol levels because you are so stressed out, it's harder to lose weight, it's harder to stay healthy, and a lot of your levels can be off. So mood is really important. Making sure that I cover everything so you know exactly what we talk about with Life's Grand Health Coaching also. But it makes sense if you get caught in that negative loop that you're constantly going to be made aware of your threats. So you have to learn to control that. We do that a lot in the mood section. So mood covers a lot of things. Mentality covers some of the chemical aspects with the way we work in our body. But mood is the second. So food and mood. And then the third thing we talk about is movement. So some of you, I realize, are exercise. I love to exercise. I go to the gym. I make time for that. That's awesome. Some of you are like, I don't know what it is, but there's a mental block and I cannot stand exercise. It frustrates me to think that I'm going to have to go to the track and walk a mile. So the biggest part you have to realize is movement is necessary. Our bodies were made to move. But more than anything, it doesn't take, I'm not telling you not to go to the gym. That can be a great thing. You don't have to go to the gym. It can be a 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. It can be 5 minutes when you get up and 5 minutes when you get out off of work. It needs to happen, but you've got to think of movement in a different way if it's a point of frustration for you. If you have a routine, that may be a part that you're excelling at. If you have a routine, but we will also talk about the fact that, more than 45 minutes of really strong exercise, you also have to pay attention to because cortisol levels go up. So we'll talk about everything with movement, but the biggest part is it makes a world of difference. And if you've got mental blocks and you don't like doing it, then we got to find a way to get you into that. So food, mood, movement. The fourth is sleep. All of us have an idea of how much sleep we need, but there's a ton of science that says even if you say, I just need 5 hours, I really function well, you got to really look at that. If there are parts, if you say, hey, I get frustrated easily, I'm really exhausted in the middle of the day, I can't lose the weight I want to, I can't gain the muscle I want to, there's always a place to look at sleep because there's definitely times you're going to want to make sure you're maximizing your sleep. Sleep is when you recover. So sleep is when we just talked about how amazing our body is. Sleep is when every piece of us gets a chance to recover. Mentally, physically, you get a chance to recover. And good sleep is really important to good health. So food, mood, movement, and sleep. A lot of things go into those 4 categories that we'll be talking about on a weekly basis, really, with Life's Grand Health Coaching. So remember nothing else from this video. Remember that your body is amazing. It's so fascinating. And there are so many different things to think through. And so I'd like for you I want to encourage you as we think through those 4 areas to challenge yourself. So there will always be non-negotiables in your life. And I want to give you a couple of examples. When we talk about sleep, if you have a newborn baby, trying to tell you that you have to try to go to bed at 9:30 and get 8 solid hours of sleep is absolutely ridiculous. That's a non-negotiable for you. And these will change at times of your life. I will tell you at one point for me, a non-negotiable would be an absolute set bedtime every night. I have 3 teenage kids who are very active and I'm not missing their events. We're at a field or on a court or somewhere most nights and I'm not missing those events. So I have to find a way. And those, to me, those are not excuses for you. So if you have something that you feel strongly about or an area of life you feel strongly about, you have to think through that. Are there changes you can make? Number 1. And number 2, if not, what do you do to adjust for that? So there are non-negotiables in your life. The second part of that is it a non-negotiable or is it an excuse? And that's where you have to challenge yourself, because if you find yourself around any of the areas that we discuss with health, saying, I don't have time, or I've tried everything, or You don't understand. It's not the same for me. Hey, it might have worked for him, but it's not going to work for me. If you find yourself saying those things around any of the areas you need to work on, that's where you got to challenge yourself. And that's where you find the community that you can find here at Life's Grand Health Coaching. You can also find a partner you're working with. Hey, this is some things I'm working through, and talk through it. You can work every now and then. You have chances to do challenges through Life's Grand Health Coaching where you get one-on-one time with me and we can set certain plans. So that's another possibility. Don't judge yourself around those things. Judge your routines and your habits. You're amazing. Your body's amazing. There's no question about how amazing your body is. You just need to adjust some of the way you think, maybe your routine, maybe your habits. Those are the things you need to judge and rethink at times. So, if you want to maximize your health, if you find yourself saying, I need more energy in my day to get through everything I want to do in life, if you find yourself saying, I want to lose some weight, I want to feel better, I don't like how many negative thoughts I have and I don't know how to change it, then join us at Life's Grand Health Coaching because it's a good place to be.